nuclear fuel to produce electrical energy. They do seem to be searching for alternatives.
Yes, but that fuel is a finite, non-renewable resource too. Someday they will have to find other sources of energy.
The use of energy on this part of the planet is very intense. The development of all these resources for food and other uses is based on elaborate machines which consume energy in vast quantities. Many of the resources, like water, are renewable, but this particular society seems to have developed a dependence on non-renewable resources, which could be dangerous.
Solar Terminator 2+7.
Science, can we have a review of our Phase 2 findings?
Right, Command. Basically, we have found that there is a reason for the location of everything on this planet, whether natural or people-made. They are there because of natural processes, or because of decisions made by people. These people have actually invented plants and animals, which they use as resources. Their agriculture is a major modification of the surface of the planet. Agriculture disrupts the natural processes.
But the conditions we observed cannot be present everywhere on the landmass. We found an area in a temperate zone with abundant water and other resources. These conditions allowed a certain kind of culture to develop.
Everything we've seen indicates that there must be high concentrations of people elsewhere, dependent on the relatively few who actually grow the food and gather the other resources.
We'll investigate those concentrations of people in the third phase of the mission. Prepare to shut down the probes. Resource and life form investigation terminated.
Program to hold position.
Рабочего класса. Создан антифашистский фронт. Политическая обстановка требовала новой стратегии и тактики коммунистического движения. 25 июля 1935 года в Москве был создан 7-й Конгресс Коммунистического интернационала. В его работе участвовали делегации 65 компартий. Заседание Конгресса открыл Вильгельм Пик. Он обратился со словами приветствия ко всем борцам, заключенным в фашистских застенках. В центре внимания стоял доклад Георгия Димитрова, разработанный совместно с представителями коммунистических партий СССР, Франции, Испании и других стран. Фашизм у власти, говорил Димитров, это открытая террористическая диктатура наиболее реакционных элементов финансового капитала. Это необузданная агрессия в отношении других стран и народов. Гитлеровский фашизм – это средневековое варварство. Отпор фашизма может дать только самый широкий демократический сил. Секретарь исполкома Коминтерна Дмитрий Манилев, доложив об итогах строительства социализма в СССР, подчеркнул: Совет и Союз – главная сила, способная противостоять фашизму.
Churches, founded by men whose faith had endured the trek across Russia, longest overland journey in the world. The conversion of the natives, the blending of cultures. Indian graves still retain their spirit houses, but now had Russian crosses too. Indian carving portrays the white man. Russian priests with gestures pious, telling of angels and a Christian heaven. But half a world away, an idea was growing which would end in the burial of Russian America. The colony, some said, was too distant to defend. It would become a burden. Better sell it to a friendly power. Washington, 1867. Secretary of State Seward negotiates the purchase for $7,200,000. October 18,
The sea holds an endless fascination for the student of nature. Along the shore lies a world teeming with plant and animal life. A fascinating sea life, such as the rockweed, a kind of algae. Algae are plants that have a simple structure. The body of the plant is limp. Unlike more highly developed plants, it does not have a supporting stem, roots, leaves, or flowers.
Чего дрожишь? Ты лесу. Боюсь. Я тебя выручу. Беги туда.
Many descriptive nicknames: Olympic City, Athens on the Isar, Art Metropolis, Secret Capital of Germany, and Metropolis with a Heart. One can sunbathe in the middle of the city on the gravel banks of the Isar River. Children can splash harmlessly in what used to be the shallow tributaries of a clean mountain river.
How these molecules of glucose release their energy in a muscle. In order to observe this process of respiration, we must once again enlarge and enlarge until we enter the unseen world of atoms and molecules deep inside a single muscle cell. During respiration, the molecules of glucose combine with oxygen taken in through the lungs. The energy released during this breakdown is transferred to molecules called ATP, which supply the energy when a nerve impulse directs the muscle to move. New ATP molecules are constantly formed from the breakdown of more glucose molecules. The release of energy within the muscle cells by ATP molecules is what enables us to move. The more movements we make, the more exercise we take, the more energy must be released. During violent exercise, it is even possible to exhaust the supply of sugar. Respiration stops, and the muscle cells cannot contract. Just what happens to the glucose molecule, aside from the release of its energy? It is broken down in a series of steps and releases carbon dioxide and water, CO2 and H2O.
Our chances for picking the cornflakes box the first time we try.
Williamsburg's leading cabinet maker, Christopher Kendall, and his son Tom find the master's employees waiting to begin the day's work. These journeymen and apprentices put in a long day, but the pace is leisurely. His first day on the job, young Tom needs to learn his way around, and his father's workmen take a friendly interest in the boy. No favor.
Gold dust could afford. And by the third, it was all over. The scene switched to Nome, where, on this shore of the Bering Sea, thousands scratched and scrabbled for gold.
Another man attaches the flag to the halyard. First the blue part, then the red. The colors are ready to be raised.
Прозвучал лозунг Конгресса «Всенародный антифашистский фронт». Народный фронт победил на фронте. Особенно ярко антифашистская солидарность проявилась в Испании. Интернациональные бригады, плечом к плечу с сыновьями и дочерьми испанского народа, сражались против фашизма. И стали боевой программой Компартии.